It actually happened, and this time I didn't even expect it. Peterbot has once again dropped his teammates, as early this morning he tweeted out that he will now be playing with Cold and Ritual, and this comes after he just won back-to-back Cash Cups with Khanada and Acorn, and yesterday won the first 3 games of the Cash Cup finals. But I guess when you're Peterbot, you're just never satisfied and always looking for more. So he wants to play with the best fragger available in Cold and make another super team with him in Ritual. I really don't understand this move, as I think Acorn is the best IGL on an A right now and the best IGL Peterbot could play with, and also thought Khanada was playing pretty well in his role in that trio. But we are once again just gonna have to wait and see how this plays out for Peterbot and his new trio. There's only one more Cash Cup in Chapter 2 Remix as well. Then we are off to Chapter 6, and hopefully in Chapter 6 we have a bit more balanced meta. Now I'm definitely expecting this new Peterbot trio of Peterbot, Ritual, and Cold to win the last Cash Cup, as the Grotto is just the best drop and the most overpowered drop as well. But it does suck to see Peterbot, Khanada, and Acorn split after 2 Cash Cup wins in a row. Comment down below your thoughts on Peterbot dropping Acorn and Khanada and instead playing with Ritual and Cold now, and how good you think that trio will be in comparison to his last trio of Acorn and Khanada. And also the big question is, do you think this Peterbot trio will be the trio to make it to FNCS in January? I honestly don't even know if I have an answer to that question. I thought Peterbot, Acorn, and Khanada were at least going to make it to Chapter 6, but they didn't even make it to there. So you really never know with Peterbot. You don't know what's going through his mind. We're just going to have to see what he does. Now, as for Agers getting dropped from Ritual and Cold, he's just going to play with Khanada and Acorn now, and they're basically going to form the trio of people who just got dropped. And I see that trio still being very, very good. Definitely downgrades for both sides, obviously, but I still see them being the 3rd best trio behind Bolts, Poyo, and Rapid, and the new Peterbot trio of him, Ritual, and Cold. Kind of feel bad for Khanada and Acorn getting dropped after 2 very solid Cash Cup wins, but I bet they know what they signed up for, and they probably knew it was coming at some point. But taking a look at the 2 trios splitting, it really sucks because they were the 2 best trios this season. Cold, Ritual, and Agers as a trio in Cash Cups this season won 2 Cash Cups, got 2nd in 2 other Cash Cups, and a 7th place as well. 4 top 2s and a 7th in a Cash Cup they didn't really play well in yesterday, and I really didn't expect them to split. I thought they were going to stay through it and keep playing, but when Peterbot comes knocking, you got to answer the door. And then as for Peterbot, Acorn, and Khanada, they had 2 wins. Obviously they won back-to-back, and then also a 3rd place as well in their first Cash Cup finals. So it's pretty crazy to see both of these trios splitting. The top trios on NA have been constantly splitting this season, and Peterbot has played with so many people recently. In the past month, Peterbot has dropped Vino when he was about to play with Vino over Booga, and then Booga got him to not drop him. Then he ended up actually dropping Booga and Cold to play with Bolts and Poyo. Then he dropped Bolts to play with Rapid. Then he stopped playing with them because he got dropped. Then he started playing with Khanada and Acorn. Then he just now dropped Khanada and Acorn. So he has played with some of the best players, almost basically all of the best players on an A this season. And it honestly has me wondering who's next for Peterbot. Who's he going to play with next? Who's he going to drop next? But one thing's for sure, I know Cold and Ritual are definitely not safe. If this Khanada and Acorn trio proves anything, he will drop you even if you're winning every single event. It's been a pretty crazy month, and like I've said many times this month, this is probably not the end of trio changes either, as Muzz is coming back from Australia soon, so he'll be here for the start of Chapter 6. Then we might also have Booga in the market for a new trio. Since you guys didn't know, it's kind of rumored right now that Mero might be quitting once again, so many new trios to be formed still. So make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications to always be caught up to date on these huge trio changes. And also make sure to drop a like on this video as well, so more people can see it. And I also want to shout out everybody who's been tuning into the YouTube Cash Cup streams lately, as they've been popping off recently. We've been getting a lot of viewers, and I'm super thankful for the support on all of those streams. That's going to do it for me in this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.